Hi, today we are talking about something that is not applicable only to software engineering or computer science, but can be equally applied into any field like marketing, chemistry, statistics, architecture, anywhere. It is about communication. So, when you consider communication as a skill, there are several aspects of communication like listening, speaking, negotiation, etc. So, today we are focusing mainly on speaking. Let me provide you context before I move on. So, before COVID hit, we all were going to offices daily and we had so many official meetings as well as we had a lot of these informal gatherings, coffee chats, lunch chats with our colleagues, and these gave us enough opportunities for us to engage in meaningful conversations, enough opportunities for us to improve our fluency, improve our vocabulary, and improve on organizing and articulating ideas. But after COVID hit, what happened? We all moved to remote work. We don't go to offices now. And we have just one or two meetings every day. And sometimes, if you are a manager, you will have a few one on ones every week. And if you are a single or an individual contributor who is mainly working solo, you hardly have enough meetings, enough to talk for you to improve your communication. Maybe less than a minute you give your update, daily update at the meeting, and then you don't have any other meetings for the entire day. I still remember having my first virtual meeting where I was talking to a computer, not knowing whether the other parties are listening. It was a very weird experience, but now we are used to that. But now we no longer have those informal meetings, informal gatherings like lunch chats, coffee chats. So all these lack of all these opportunities has really reduced our communication skills, has really uh, caused our communication skills to drop significantly. And also, if you are coming from a non English speaking background like me, where you don't speak English in your office environment or in your home environment, then you will realize that over time you are losing the grip of English. You are losing the fluency. You are not improving on your vocabulary. So maybe you have tried these weekly or bi-weekly gatherings or speaking clubs like Toastmasters and realize that it's not frequent enough for you to improve on your communications, because just meeting weekly or bi-weekly because for the rest of the time you don't speak much. So if you are somebody like that, then the technique that I am going to suggest you next is going to help you a lot in improving your communication, in improving your fluency, improving your vocabulary, and improving your organization and articulation of ideas. Because communication is something super important for you to climb up in your career. So, what is this exercise I'm talking about? This exercise was introduced to me by my communication coach, Brenden Kumaraswamy. It's a very simple thing you have to do. You just have to continue talking for 1 to 2 minutes on a given word and continue that for X number of words each day and continue the same for maybe 5 days a week. So how it helps? It helps you with fluency. It helps you with vocabulary. It helps you with organizing and articulating your ideas if you can do that consistently enough. And it is okay to miss 1 or 2 days. That is why I recommend you to do only 5 days a week. So when and how can you do this exercise? There is no specific place or time to do this random words exercise. And you can do this in the mornings, you can do this in the evenings, you can even do this while driving, you could even do this while waiting in the car for your kids, for your wife, for your husband. So in all these situations you can utilize that time to do one or more words and gain that fluency, gain that vocabulary growth that you want. So how you do this? This is the way that I am doing it, and maybe you can customize it in any way you want. So what I do, I ask the ChatGPT mobile application in my phone to generate me 20 random object nouns. Why 20 random object nouns and not random object words? Because I tried it with words and ChatGPT would give me nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, articles, everything, which would make it so difficult for me to talk about. Okay, so as James Clear suggests in the Atomic Habits book, if you make a habit super difficult, it's not going to be consistent. So what I recommend, you find nouns, which object nouns specifically, which would make it super easy for you to talk. And if you are super interested in a particular field like marketing, architecture, or engineering, you can say, generate me 20 random object nouns in architecture. Generate me 20 random object nouns in marketing. That way, you get a certain set of words that you can easily talk about without making it a difficult task. So what are the action steps you can take to master this exercise? First of all, by using the ChatGPT, I want you to generate 20 random object nouns. And even though you generate 20, you don't have to do 20 words each day. So before you start this exercise, I want you to record a video with the first word that you are doing this exercise, because then you can compare it with the same word when you do it after a month or two, and having done this exercise for a month or two will surely going to amaze you the progress you have made. Then I want you to repeat doing this exercise for X number of words each day. Why I say X? Because X would be determined from your experience. For instance, when this exercise was introduced to us at a communication challenge by Brenden, we were challenged to do 20 random words per day. I did that. But in the long run, I realized it was little too overwhelming for me. So I tried with 5 words. Then I realized, oh, this is too less, because every day when only I reach around the fourth word, I get myself warmed up, and when I that is the time that I get that momentum. But if I stop at 5, I don't have enough words to carry on that momentum, to build on that momentum. So then I realized I will do 10 words. So after 4, from 4 to 10, I have enough words to build on that momentum, to grow in my vocabulary, to improve on my fluency. So I have enough words. When I do 10 words each day, I have enough words to improve on my fluency, improve on my vocabulary, and improve on my organization and articulation of ideas. So this X you will determine on your own, and then you don't have to do this exercise on weekends. You can just do this 5 days per week, and still after a month or two you are definitely going to see significant progress, significant improvement in your communication. So after a month or two, I want you to record another video for the same word that you first did the recording, and see how much better you are articulating and organizing your ideas. You will have a better start, you will have a better end, and you will have a better middle part. And also, additionally, when you use the ChatGPT application to generate 20 new random object nouns, even though you specifically say new object nouns, it will still generate nouns that were previously generated, that you previously talked about. That is okay to repeat certain words from time to time, because you will realize that when you do repeatedly, that you have a better start. When you do it the second time, you have a better end, and you better organize your ideas throughout the talk than you did in your previous attempt. So it's not a problem to repeat certain words from time to time. So after you have recorded the second video, I want you to compare the first video and see the progress you have made, the improvement in fluency, improvement in vocabulary you have made from your first video to the second video throughout the period of maybe 4 weeks or 1 month. And additionally, this is the simple version of the random words exercise. If you do this consistently and continuously for a month or two, in a month's time, I'm going to recommend you the advanced version of the random words exercise. What is it? It is not only helping you with your communication, but also will help you in analyzing, in comparing, and maybe relating one concept to another. So that way, you are improving on your analytical skills as well through this exercise. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe for similar content. And most importantly, even though you don't like, share, or subscribe, please continue doing this exercise, because it will be a game changer for you, especially in your communication. Hope to see you in another video. Until then, have a good time.